In a Korean city, the prevalent housing type is apartment complexes, creating a vast cement landscape. Following a massive earthquake, Min Sung wakes up in his standing complex, surrounded by a devastated city. Collaborating with his wife, Myung Hwa, they ration supplies and witness survivors seeking refuge in their intact building. As the number of outsiders increases, conflicts over supplies erupt. Venturing to the reception, Min Sung pays with his watch for essential supplies using an unconventional barter system. The influx of outsiders leads to overcrowded corridors and fights. Despite Min Sung's reservations, the couple reluctantly shares their limited treats with newcomers. Days pass, and tensions rise as outsiders continue to arrive. Min Sung feels they are exploiting their hospitality. A fire erupts in the apartment, endangering everyone. Young Tak, a heroic figure, attempts to extinguish the flames. Failing, he provides Min Sung with an emergency hose, ultimately quelling the fire. Grateful for Young Tak's actions, the residents plan a meeting to address the influx of outsiders. Gaeom-ae attempts to organize, but disputes arise, focusing on whether to accommodate or expel the newcomers. Myung Hwa advocates coexistence, but many resist, emphasizing class differences and diminishing supplies. Seeking Min Sung's advice, they decide to form an organization and appoint Young Tak as their leader. The residents vote anonymously on whether to expel outsiders, leading to a majority favoring eviction. Subsequently, the group plans an organized removal. Later, Myung Hwa inquires about Min Sung's vote, but he avoids answering. Flashbacks reveal Min Sung's experiences during the earthquake, witnessing a tragic incident and surviving by hiding in a car. Young Tak requests Min Sung to lead an anti-crime task force due to his military background. Leaders with military training are selected, emphasizing equality among residents. At dawn, the task force, armed with makeshift weapons, implements a plan to remove outsiders. Gaeom-ae announces empty spaces, convincing the outsiders to leave. As they depart, tensions escalate, and the district's congressman intervenes. Unyielding, Young Tak dismisses the politician and faces resistance, demonstrating resilience against government interference. The situation intensifies as outsiders confront the task force, questioning their authority. Chaos erupts as the task force attempts to barricade doors, preventing outsiders from entering. The glass breaks, leading to a physical altercation. Despite injuries, the task force pushes back the intruders, with more residents joining the defense. Young Tak, injured and bloodied, intimidates the outsiders, prompting them to retreat. Some residents throw rocks, aiding in repelling the invaders. However, Myung Hwa is disturbed by the violence amidst the celebration. In the aftermath, residents collaborate to rebuild and share supplies. A protective gate is erected to define the territory, while Gaeom-ae establishes rules. Only residents are permitted controlled movement in and out, no unauthorized fires, and rations are tied to contributions. Due to water scarcity, a system for waste disposal is implemented, and various task forces are formed for organization. Residents work together, maintaining patrols, distributing supplies, and handling repairs and medical issues. However, supply shortages prompt Min Sung and a team to scavenge for food outside the complex. They discover bodies, including the congressman, and witness distant explosions. Despite returning with limited supplies, they continue daily expeditions, often facing human-induced violence. During a conversation with Young Tak, Min Sung expresses optimism, believing their suffering will be rewarded. He reveals Myung Hwa's previous miscarriage, explaining her protective instincts. Meanwhile, Myung Hwa discovers the hidden child with a walkie-talkie on a neighboring balcony. The scavenging team finds a tunnel leading to a grocery store. A tense encounter with the store owner results in violence, injuries, and the theft of food and dogs. Witnessing children mourning their father's death, the group encounters rumors of a paradise in a surviving complex. Later, residents organize a New Year celebration despite Myung Hwa's reservations. The festivities are interrupted when two residents mistake a woman named Hwan for a threat. Having lived there previously, Hwan is officially welcomed into the community. Following the celebration, the residents engage in karaoke, powered by a connected generator. While Young Tak sings, a flashback reveals that his real name was Se Beom, a former taxi driver seeking revenge on the true Young Tak involved in scams. Sebeom attacked him before the earthquake, leading to a series of events that resulted in Sebeom assuming Youngtak's identity. Later, during a ration pickup, a dispute arises over the meager supplies. Accusations of unfairness and murder are hurled at the anti-crime force. Ma Yonghua overhears the accusations, prompting her to inquire with Min Sung about potential violence. Min Sung downplays an incident, but Ma Yonghua remains disturbed, urging him to avoid dangerous searches. She later provides supplies to Do Kyun, harboring the hidden outsiders. Young Tak, under the guise of a friendly visit, confronts Haiwan, seeking recognition. Threateningly, he coerces her into acknowledging him. Haiwan later discusses the harsh reality outside with Ma Yonghua, exposing the residents' ignorance of the true situation. The women scorn her for challenging their optimism. Discovering a resident killed by outsiders, Young Tak imposes strict controls, increasing guards. He investigates Do-kyu's apartment, revealing hidden outsiders. Young Tak punishes Do-kyu publicly, enforcing stricter rules. Myung-hwa secretly delivers medicine to Do-kyu but faces resistance. Young Tak uncovers the outsiders and initiates an intense cleansing process, marking apartments with red paint. The residents apologize repeatedly on their knees, emphasizing that only true residents remain. Do-kyu, unable to bear the injustice, falls to his death. A small earthquake leads to a water supply, bringing temporary relief. Ma Yonghua confronts Hye-won about Young Tak, learning about the real Young Tak's misfortune. The residents embark on a perilous journey for food, facing a tunnel filled with bodies. Min Sung endures the gruesome path, securing a room filled with supplies. The group faces danger, resulting in one member's death. Returning with food, the group faces sorrow as Gyum-ai mourns her son's death. Haiwan exposes Young Tak's identity, leading to chaos. Young Tak justifies his actions, but the enraged residents demand his expulsion. In a violent confrontation, Young Tak pushes Haiwan into the excrement hole. Min Sung, unable to act, witnesses the chaos unfold. The complex falls into chaos as the outsiders breach the gate. Young Tak resorts to violence, causing a riot. Ma Yonghua and Min Sung fight for survival in their apartment. Young Tak's attempt to protect his belongings results in his demise. The complex dissolves as residents abandon it. Ma Yonghua and Min Sung, surviving the chaos, hide for the night. The next day, Ma Yonghua and Min Sung encounter other survivors but choose to remain independent. As night falls, they seek refuge in a destroyed church. Min Sung succumbs to injuries, and Ma Yonghua is discovered by a kind group near the station. She joins them, experiencing a surprising display of humanity through shared resources and kindness.